Good afternoon, all of you. Myself, Dr. Pooja from the School of Commerce and Management. Today, we will discuss a new topic, that is job analysis and design. In our previous class, we understand the topic recruitment, selection. Now, it's come to job analysis and design. What is job analysis? Job analysis, basically it is a process of collecting information about a particular job and the necessary information that is valuable for a particular job. The nature of job, the responsibility that are demanded to perform a job, all these things are done in the job analysis. As per the definition, according to Ashwath Thapa, job analysis is the process of studying and collecting the information relating to the operation and responsibilities of a specific job. It means in job analysis, we collect all the information that is necessary and relevant to perform a particular job. Features, next come the features of job analysis. The very first and basic feature of job analysis is it involves gathering information about the job. In job analysis, we collect our information that is related to the job, that is required to complete a job. Second, it provides information about not only for the job, but also it provides information about the job holders. It means job analysis has two phases. First, it provides information about a particular job, and next it provides about information about the job holder. In job holder, it gives information about the experience, about the skills that are required to perform a job, about the education and other qualities that are required from the side of job holder to perform a particular job. Third, analysis of job is done with the help of HR department. In any organization, there is whenever it wants to conduct job analysis, this work is done with the help of HR managers, and a particular person that is appointed is known as job analyst. Then job analyst work for the analysis of the job and for various work regarding the job. Next comes job analysis is a combination of basically two terms, job description and job specifications. Job analysis is breakdown into two different phases. First is job description, second is job specification. Job description means to describe a job in broad manners. It includes the task that should be done in a particular job. It includes the responsibility that should cover in a job. It includes the duties that should be performed to perform a job. Next comes job specification. Job specification means the qualities, the basic knowledge, the skills, the abilities that is required from the job holder sides. It is mentioned in the job specification. And the area of job analysis is very wide. It includes various activities. It includes the management of all HR activities. These activities will be human resource planning. These activities can be recruitment, selection, training and development, performance appraisal, compensations, safety and health issues of employees, employer retention, legal consideration, and job analysis for the teams. All these things are done in the job analysis. Next come the methods which are used for the job analysis. There are various methods that can be used to collect relevant information about a particular job. These methods can be observation method. Here direct observation by a job analyst is done. He collect all relevant information by observing the employees and collect all necessary data of their job. Next come individual interview. He can conduct individual face-to-face interaction with the employees and then collect the all relative information about a particular job. Next come group interview. He can conduct group interview also when many persons are gathered together and they are assigned to fulfill some questions. They are given a questionnaire or they are given a face-to-face interaction where they have to fulfill the data that is required by the job analyst. Next comes structured questionnaire. Sometimes they are given a series of questions. They have to perform their answers. With the help of these answers, the journalist can calculate the nature of job, the various tasks that is included in the job, the various responsibilities that are demanded for performing that particular job. Next come technical conferences are also included to collect data about the job. Here supervisors are involved, and with the help of these supervisor we collect information about a particular job, their nature, their relevant information, their roles and the duties that should be performed to that particular job. Next come diary and log records. Sometimes employee can maintain their own diary. Here they can write their own work experience, and with the help of these diaries the particular information is also collected by the analyst on the daily basis. Next question come, when to conduct a job analysis. There is no particular time that we should conduct job analysis. Generally it is conducted when any organization is new in the field and it has just started its business. Then we have to see the what jobs will be done here and what kind of nature of job will be there, what are the roles of different jobs, what will be the responsibility for performing these jobs. So all these things should be done at the very initial phase of the organization startup. Next, analysis can be done when new jobs are introducing in the same organization. It means when the organization previously performing some job and now he introduced some new kind of job, then analysis can be done. Next come if there is change any in the present phase of the job, when there is significant change due to change in the technology, due to change in the environment, and it all result in the change in the job itself, then we need to analyze the job. Next come when organization think to introduce some new wage and plan policy. They have to introduce the wages and salary at a new era and with a new phase, then they have to specify the what are the very basic requirement for that particular jobs, and when the new system of increment of wages and salary should be introduced. All these things should be analyzed at that phase. Next come the process of job analysis. Whenever job analysis is done, it go through the various process. First, the process begin with the collection of the background information. Here collection of background information means we have to collect data about the organization. Here we have to collect data about the organization vision, about the organization objective, and we have to make a close coordination with the individual goal and the organization goals. Job analysis help to make a coordination between the individual objective of a person or an employee and the organizational objective. Second, selection of representative position to be analyzed. When we talk about the job analysis in any organization, it is not necessary that we have to analyze each and every job in the organization. It means we can select some job that represent their whole job. It become very easy if we select all the jobs, and if we analyze all the job, it will become very costly and very time taking. So we have to select the representative position of the job that represent as a whole. Next come collection of data analysis, job analysis data. When the data is collected, next step is all relevant information about the job is collected. What will be the basic requirement for the job, what will be the roles of the job, what will be the responsibility to perform that job. All this data is collected. Next come developing a job description. In job description, there is a detailed description, describe of the job, particular the roles, the duties, the responsibility, each and every aspect of job is described in a detailed manner. Next come job specification. Job specification is associated with the job holder qualifications. The person who are going to perform that job, what will be his criteria, what will be the qualities that he should maintain, what will the education qualification he should maintain, and what will be the other things that the job holder should come when he has to perform the job. All these criteria comes under the job specification. Next come uses of job analysis. Job analysis, when we collect all relevant and necessary information about a job, it will help to manage various HR activities. With the help of this data, various HR activities can be successfully conducted. These activities can be HR planning. In planning phase, the employees right number and right amount is collected. Means in planning phase, any organization has to ensure that how many numbers of employees they exactly required, and what kind of quality of members should be required. All this phase is done with the help of job analysis. Job analysis describe that what kind of employees we required and what quality of employees we required. Next come recruitment and selection. Job analysis act as a base for the right person recruitment at the right place, and also for selecting the best talent for the organization to perform a particular job responsibility. Next come orientation. Job analysis data also help in the orientation program. When an individual is appointed for a particular job, next phase is to introduce his work to him. In this phase, with the help of job analysis, his roles and responsibility make clear to him. He is told that what are his duties, what are his performance that they should give to the organization, at what time they have to complete their work. All these things are very clearly communicated with the help of job analysis. Next come job evaluation. Job evaluation means time to time we have to appraise the performance of individual. We have to evaluate whether the work is done as per the norms or not. So it is done in that job evaluation phase. In job evaluation phase, all the actual work is compared with the desired results, and the deviations are find out. Next come training and development. When we compare the exact result with the desired result, then if there is any deviation, if there is any difference between the actual performance and the work that is actually done by the employees, and we felt that there is a need of training program, the employees should go for any further improvement in their knowledge and skills, then this data also help them for decide the various training and development programs for them. Next come performance appraisal. From time to time, every individual wants that his performance should be appraised, and he should be rewarded, he should be motivated for his work that he does very successfully. With the help of job analysis, we can analyze that performance. We can see that that particular employee is doing well his job requirement, he is fulfilling his responsibility well. So such data is helpful for the career planning or performance appraisal for any individual employee. Next come compensation and benefit. With the help of job analysis, any employee's job roles are get clear, his responsibilities are get clear to him, and his performance is evaluated. If he is doing well, he can go for the higher promotion, his wage, there is increment his wage and salary, or all basic compensation benefits, various benefits are included with the help of their job needs and demand. Next come career planning and development. Job analysis also help in the career planning of an individual employee. In evaluation phase, their performance is evaluated. Then if it is required, they are going for the various training and development program. Moreover, they are guided from their career path also, where they have to start their career, then at what point they have to go for higher level. All these things are shown with the help of job analysis. When they are promoted to the higher positions, their job and roles also, responsibility also get increased, and they also move for the higher career paths. So with the help of job analysis, these paths are shown to them. Next come health and safety issue. Some kind of job are in such a nature that they require very much health care. Some kind of work is hazardous in nature. So such kind of job, about the roles and responsibility of such kind of job is done with the help of job analysis. Some jobs are more easy in their nature, and some are more difficult in their nature. All this is done with the help of job analysis. Here we see the various uses of job analysis in each and every field of HR, but there are some drawbacks of job analysis also, as the job analysis work is itself subjective in nature. It is not very broad, and it is not objective in its nature. It is just subjective. Second, it is to collect the data for each and every job is a very lengthy work itself. It includes lengthy project work. We have to collect wide variety of data for each and every job, and we have to maintain them. So it's a very complex work itself. Third, it required lots of human efforts to collect the data for a job, its role, its responsibility, the employee that have to perform that job, its qualification. It itself a complicated work, and it requires lot of efforts to be done. Next come the source of data is extremely small. When we collect data, we collect from directly either from the observation or from the interview or from any other techniques, means directly related to the employee itself. So the area of collection of data is very limited. Next come unqualified job analysis. As we stated in the earlier phase, the analysis work is always done by an analyst. In HR department, they have to appoint a person who is specialized in its field, but to search that person is really a difficult task. So there is always lack of a well competent and qualified job analyst. Next come mental abilities cannot be directly observed. There is also a obstacle that we can't measure each and every jobs with the help of job analysis. There are certain restrictions. We can't measure the mental ability of individual. We can measure only their physical work, not their mental work. Next come job description. As we stated earlier, in job analysis we have to analyze two phases of job. First is job description and second is job specification. We will understand these terms in broad manner. First is job description. Job description means describe a job in broad manner. It includes the process of decide the content of the job, its duties, its responsibilities, and the methods to be used to conduct that job. The process of deciding the specific task to be performed and who will perform this task, how this task will be performed, when this task performed, all these things is done in the job description. Job description give a very broad explanation of the job, its roles, its responsibilities, its duties, its each and every information that is required for a job. Next come content of job description. When we talk about the job description, we talk about the job title. Each and every job has a title. Some, for example, if we appoint some person for the sales, we give him title of sales representative, sales executive. So each and every job has subtitle. Next come job location. It describes where exactly the job is to be performed, the exact location of the department. Next come the job summary. Job summary include the various tasks that are associated with the job, their duties that are associated with the jobs. Next come tools, machine and special equipments that are used for the performance of the job. Some kind of job is that require some kind of work is that require the use of some machinery, some use of some tools, use of some techniques. So here in job description, each and every component of job is described in detail. Second phase is job specification. In job specification, the documents that are identified, define and describe the minimum and acceptable qualities that are required from the side of job holder are described. It specifies the qualities, it specifies the minimum education, minimum experience, minimum knowledge and skills that are desired from the job holder. It gives a description of the job holder's performance of the job. Next come in the content of job specification, we include various details about the job holder. These details can be personal characteristics of the individual, such as their age, their education, their income. Next come the physical characteristics of individual. It includes their height, their weight, their vision, their hand-foot coordination. Next come mental characteristics of the individual. How much mental fit is an individual is, his mental general intelligence, his memory, his ability to being stable. Next come the social and psychological characteristics of individual. It includes his emotional stability, his flexibility, his ability to communicate in the society, his ability to adjust in the society, the basic value and manners that he should inculcate in his behavior while he is performing in the society. So all these are the basic content of the job specification. Next, we have a glimpse between the difference between the job description and job specification. First, job description is a written statement of the content of the jobs. Description means it describes a job in a detailed manner. Next comes specification. Specification means it specifies the basic qualities that are required from the job holder sides. This is the difference on the basis of the definition. Next come the job description include the content of title, duties, responsibility, work condition, and in job specification it include training, education, experience, aptitude and attitude of the individual employee. Next come job description is always prepared before the job specification. It means this task is conducted first and after job description then next come the job specification that specify the qualities of a job holder. After job analysis, there is a related terms that is known as job designs. Job designs means we have to design the job, we have to design the various content of the jobs with the help of division of more task into the smaller task and one task to be performed, who will perform that task, how many total tasks will be performed, all this decide in the job design. And this job designing can be done with the help of various methods. These methods or strategy can be job rotation, job enlargement, job enrichment. We will understand them one by one. First is job rotation. Job rotation means to rotate an employee from one job to another job. His job can become more interesting with the help of job rotation so that he can perform at a time various jobs. Next come job enlargement. Job enlargement means enlarge the various tasks that are included in his particular job so that it become interesting. He can perform his job and he can perform various tasks relating to the job. Next come job enrichment. Enrichment means improve in the existing job, improvement in its quality and improve it is with the help of upgrading the job descriptions. Next come various approaches that are used for the job design. Here are basically three main approaches used. First is engineering approach, second is human approach and third is job characteristics approach. In engineering approach, it is introduced by F.W. Taylor. He says there should be division of work, there should be division of task. Each and every employee is well advanced informed that what he has to done. F.W. Taylor says that individual employee has to inform well 1 day before the performance of his actual work that what he is expected to do in the next day. It should be all given in the written content having the instruction and that describe the work he has to perform in his actual work condition. Next come human approach. Human approach focus on making the job more interesting and more motivating. How we can make a job more interesting? We can make a job more interesting by including variety of tasks so that by performing the same kind of work individual get bored. We can include here variety of tasks so that they can become interesting to perform their work. Second, we have to motivate the employees from time to time. This motivation can be done with the help of particular reward system, with the help of acknowledgement of their work, with the help of proper recognition of their work. Next come third approach, job characteristics approach. This approach says that an individual can increase its knowledge and skills by the nature of the recognition, by the nature of the motivational work, and job itself have certain criteria that increased this approach. They have first, so there should be, when we talk about the job designs, there should be skill variety, means in a job there should it should require variety of skills that an individual have to perform. Next come task identity. His task, the task that he has to perform should be very clear. It should be very clear in the numbers, how many tasks he has to perform, when he has to perform that task, it should be very clear to him. Next, task significance. The task should be itself significant so that it should be important. The work should be worthwhile. It should not be the wastage of the work. Next come autonomy. Autonomy means they should have proper freedom. They should give freedom to take decision by their own. They should have self control and self check by themselves. Last phase is feedback. From time to time there should be some analyst, there should be some evaluator that can evaluate their overall performance and that can give them a proper evaluation, and if there is requirement of any changes, if there is requirement of any development, they should be communicated them properly and in timely. All these phases are included in the job design phase. Thus here it is very clear what is job analysis and what is job designing. In job analysis we have to understand two basic terms, job description and job specification. Job description that gives a glimpse of the describe a particular job in its roles, responsibility, and job specification gives a glimpse of the qualities and experience and education that is required from the job holder side. And in job design the aim is to design a job more creative and make it more challenging and never focus on the repetitive work as it bring monotony. So always creative work that is worthful to the organization and worthful for the individual. Thank you.